Welcome back to another edition, man. More to live for. We're still on this journey for my homeboy Rashad White, aka Chosen, aka 07533056. But that's just for now. So before we get started with part three, man, bring them likes up, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. You know what I mean? Drop comments, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this series that I'm working on for my homeboy, man. You know what I mean? Just let me know. Keep it real, man. You know what I mean? It don't cost nothing to subscribe though. So yeah, so before we started off, man, just wanted to say that, man, and we're gonna kick off right where we left off at, man. Right where we left off at. So for everybody that's up to speed on how everything going for the homeboy. You know what I mean? Like we stopped at we stopped at Maury. We were talking a little bit about Maury and the things that he, was seeing there. But certain things, once again, like once I put it out, certain things that, that I be reminded of that, that we talked about throughout the years. And, so, you know, you know, I got to keep it real with y'all, man. I got to keep it real with y'all, man. Shout out to the whole team. Before we get started, shout out to the whole team, all the support that I've been getting from east to west, north to south, man. Cali really rocked with me, man. Shout out to Sacramento. Shout out to Nate Dog 916. Shout out to Dirty Weather 916. Shout out to the homie Smoke Dog. You know what I mean? Shout out to LA. Shout out to ODM Slim. Shout out to Nina Boy. Shout out to Spider Lope and everybody else that I came across, on this journey. So, and definitely shout out to the home front and everybody that that support me around here. You know what I mean? I am the voice of the North, man. I'm gonna keep rocking it just like that. So let's get it, man. Shout out to the homeboy Rashad, man. Be home soon. So once again, with certain things that I failed to mention, about his stay at Maury. So once again, he tapped back in. The way we communicate now. Totally legit, you know what I mean? Like they got tablets or whatever now, so you know what I mean? Like it's more so like we, text a lot. The legal way. You know what I mean? So back again to more certain things that he wanted me to mention, man, like the fact that them guards that really ain't shit, man. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that feel that way about every penitentiary that they've been into. But as far as type of shit that they were doing, you know what I mean? Like I said in the previous video, man, like it was nothing for them to be caught smuggling drugs. And I remember it was one particular time he was telling me that it was an officer that was on the block that he was on, and this was, like I said, this was all in more, and like the dude was on some macho type stuff, you know what I mean, big bad or whatever, and you know what I mean, he ended up getting locked up for child support or something like that, and end up on the news and the paper, all that type of stuff. So let's have that going on. So like I said, during his time there, you know what I mean, they were on the news. Like I was seeing more on the news left and right, whether it were people escaping, whether it were people, you know what I mean, like basically like, you know what I mean, like the guards, they were helping them escape. They were definitely bringing the drugs in, definitely bringing the K2 in, definitely bringing the phones in, and then turn around and pop them for that. So that was weird, but it definitely was a lot of, you know what I mean, sex with inmates type of shit going on out there, and that led to like helping them escape and shit like that. And all this was going on while he was out there, and like, but he was on some game banging time, top tier while he was out there. So that's what type of time that he was on out there, and during this time, man, like that's when he found out. Like by the time he got through here, like his co-defendant, you remember the one that tried out for America's Got Talent, that one. Like during this time, this grimy dude, man, like he damn. Not only he did what he did, but he done backdoored the man and try to, you know what I mean, holler at his little sister or whatever. Like, and the fact, you know what I mean, like they grown now or whatever, so you know what I mean? It wasn't that angle, but it's just the principle behind it. Like, damn, you done got this man all the way crossed out, and you still end up doing a good chunk of time, and then you come home on that type of time. So that just go to show you that when people are all the way no good, you know what I mean, they can't keep it in. So, but yeah, all of this was going on while he was at Moore. And you know what I mean, let alone all the shit that he was doing and getting into and seeing and stuff like that. So like, you know what I mean, that was just where his mental was at, and he got to deal with that. You know what I mean, thinking about that on the outside or whatever. So just a few more things, you know, about Maury that I forgot to mention that he wanted me to mention that I definitely forgot. But shit, I definitely know why he was there. He definitely got blasted. You know what I mean? Like shoot, man, he got more tattoos than I do. You know what I mean? So he got that ink in. You know what I mean? While he was there, he definitely got that. So uh, you know, once again, man, he stayed. He was there up until like the start of COVID. I want to say like the very beginning of COVID. That's when he got transferred. But he did say, you know what I mean, like everything happened for a reason because like there was a lot of tension on the yard around that time, like right before COVID or at the beginning stages because they weren't locked down so long, and you know, a lot of built up tension. So it was a riot about to jump off or whatever, and he was like, he already know if he was there, he would have been right in the middle of that shit. So everything happened for a reason. So that led him to Morrison. And you know, during his whole time being down, this is the first time he ever been uh, you know, on anything close to a medium. You know what I mean? Like he used to close custody, he used to single man cell, you know what I mean? Like that type of living or whatever. So like he get to Morrison and it's like damn near whole culture shock because like he's not, you know, in the setting that he's used to. And you know, out of his own words, it's like, you know, it was just it was like it's hard to explain that, you know, he ain't used to, you know, waking up and soon he wake up, somebody looking right in the damn face or whatever, stuff like that. And you know what I mean? He was like, you know, every day it's a, you know, a struggle not to put his hands on somebody, you know what I mean, with the type of time that they own out there, you know what I mean? He definitely stressed, and I heard somebody else say it that I interviewed that like people do their time different. Like people that's used to being on the lower levels, like they do they time different than people that's being on used to, you know, being on the closed custody level. But you know, at the same time, all that shit dangerous. Like that shit happens at all of them. So like, you know, that element of danger is always there. But you know, I can understand what he was saying by him used to doing his time a certain type of way. You know what I mean? Being on a certain type of yard. You know what I mean? Like, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's up in a dorm setting, and you know what I mean? Like, not that he's not used to being around people, but like, you know, on a control level, like he ain't used to like soon as he wake up, you know, he see somebody looking right in the damn face, and he just trying to gather his thoughts. You know what I mean? So like the type of shit that he had going on there. But you know, anybody been following the story? You know what I mean? Like I said in previous videos, man, like you know, his time there was short lived, and he, you know what I mean, something he told me that he regret not making the best of it because like he could have been doing his time like that the whole time. You know what I mean, on the lower level. But you know, the game politics and everything that he been through and everything that he stand for, you know what I mean, is easier said than done. But I definitely know that he got it in on this one, just like any other one. You know what I mean? I remember it was times, you know, I'm talking to him on the phone or whatever, and he just, you know what I mean? I could hear it in his voice, man, that somebody aggravating the hell out of him, man. And you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing to tell him to tell me, like, doing we talking, like, damn, man, you hear that nigga right there, man? Like, yeah, shit, I almost had to kill his ass this morning acting right stupid. So, you know what I mean? It was definitely a challenge of being around people like that versus, you know what I mean, being around people that's doing their time on closed custody. And I gotta guess later on, well soon that's gonna really break it down these closed custody prisons, man. So y'all stay tuned for that too. Y'all gonna love that. So, but yeah, man, before we get further, man, run them likes up, man. If you new to the channel, go ahead and sub, man. It don't cost nothing, man. Run them likes up. Let's get it. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, man. So that way when I drop it, it drop to you too, man. So keep it rolling. So, but yeah, so that's the type of time that he was on. And he was telling me, you know, the whole ordeal, how he got the phone that he had, basically. You know what I mean? Somebody to paint the picture better, like the people on that yard, well, like I said, lower level, and they ain't been necessarily been through the stuff that he been through, you know what I mean, during his time. So some of the people were doing things and getting privileges that they wouldn't have on other yards, if that makes sense. So, you know what I mean, somebody was able to get a phone or whatever. So, you know what I mean, long story short, you know what I mean, him and his collective, you know what I mean, basically, you know what I mean, rolled on him because it was somebody that he wouldn't be in that position if he was on another yard. So, but that's just how the North Carolina yards go, man. They dicey, you know what I mean? Like somebody can be good on this yard, knowing damn well they ain't gonna be good on a closed custody yard. So, you know what I mean, in a nutshell, he was able to, you know what I mean, they did what they did or whatever, you know what I mean, got him up out of there. He left the phone or whatever, and they was rocking out with the phone or whatever. And then, you know, to my understanding, somebody else crashed the whip with it. But you know, that shit all documented, you know what I mean? And so this ain't nothing that I ain't like I said, everything that he wanted me to get to the people is already in black and white. So I want to be clear about that. But it was here that, you know what I mean, that he ended up, you know what I mean, being in something, you know what I mean, involving somebody else, you know what I mean, trying to save them from police brutality. I touched on that on 1 and 2, but just trying to paint the picture, man, you know what I mean, give everybody a better understanding of the sequence of events that took place. So all of this took place on like I said, Morrison, you know, like stuff they ain't used to, dormitory type living and shit, but like don't get it twisted, it's dangerous as all of them. So but you know, this led him, you know what I mean, once that happened, yada yada yada. Like I said, he got, you know what I mean, they charged him with inciting a riot, shit like that, even though nothing necessarily didn't jump off, but that put him right back, closed custody, high level penitentiary. They put him right back down. And like I said before in the previous videos, you know, that's Marion. That's where he at as of right now. So started off with him being in the hole there for about 6-7 months for that charge, but now he's like a regular population there. And you know what I mean? Like I touched on this in another video, but you know, the game course is in the mountains. So while he's in the mountains, he making the best of that. And you know, he just got accepted. Man, that felt good to say, but I'm gonna save that. He just got out. That felt good to say, but he just got accepted into that game course. So that's gonna lead to him just getting out. So in a nutshell, that prison that he's at now, I touched on this before. Like I said, Marion up there in the mountains. So everything that, you know what I mean, I you know what I mean, we touched on how racist people is in the mountains. They ain't really used to seeing no black or brown people unless they in this prison that they work at. You know what I mean? So he's going through all type of shit like that. But at these particular prisons, there's something that I didn't know. And my guess later, he gonna touch on this too. But at these prisons that's in the mountains, like it's really only two type of people there. It's people that done did so much at a certain prison that they ship them up here, or it's people that, you know what I mean, basically hiding, and they know they got the protection that they won't get on the, you know what I mean, on the ground level prisons or whatever. So they up there in the mountains or whatever. So you know what I mean, different type of racism, you know what I mean, different type of, you know what I mean, let's, you gonna just call it what it is. Like it's, you know what I mean, sex offenders up there is like, you know what I mean, child molesters up there is like rats up there and everything like that. So he around those type of people, but he also around some real killers, some real, you know what I mean, some real, you know, high custody, you know what I mean, level of inmate that got sent up there. But everybody, like he the way he explained it, man, he was like, you definitely can tell the people that want to be up here and the people that got sent up here, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, that's what he at. I should be hearing from him today. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep y'all posted with that. But he definitely got accepted to that game course. So that's gonna lead to him getting out. That's gonna lead to him getting out because it's been 15, man. It's time to let my dog out for real. And the fact that the last guest that I had on, man, you know what I mean? The fact that he told me he came home from Mary. And the homie was just telling me he don't know too many people that left from there. So the fact that dude that I just had on came home from there, man, that shit mean everything. Cause that's what the dog gonna get, man. He gonna come home soon, man. So Free Rashad White, man. Like I tell you every time that I talk to you, dog. Whenever you watch this shit almost over with. So we're gonna keep it pushing like that, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, man, let me know how y'all feel about these stories, man. And I'm gonna keep the ball rolling. Everything the homie tell me, man, that put out there about the story, I'm gonna give it to y'all, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. This been another edition of More to Live For. Rashad White story. We up to part 3 now. But whatever he give me, I'm gonna give y'all. So we're gonna just keep it rolling like that. So shout out to my subscribers, man. North, south, east, west. Like I said, man. And that's what it is, man. It's the voice of the North. Reminding y'all, why would I settle for less? My last name more. Respect the vision. We out. Free the home, man.